life can get heavy sometimes, and yeah, between work responsibilities and just the general noise of the world. So I run a business, and it can be really tough at times. And I thought I'd put together these 7 things that I do every day to feel better, basically, and to get more joys out of things. So over time, I found these things can really help me to feel a lot better, more grounded, and honestly, just just more like myself, really. So I just thought I'd share in this video for anybody out there who is struggling at the moment. So here are 7 things that I do to feel better. So number one is I like to get outside. So it could be just sitting outside in the garden, just standing outside. Just sitting down, standing, going for a little walk, anything like that. Even if it's just for 10 minutes. A lot of people say they don't have time to exercise. They don't have time to move about. But as human beings, if you're able to move about, then I think it's one of those things that we're designed as human beings to move about, basically. So just sitting in a park, going for a walk outside, just standing in the sunlight, basically, and that fresh air and that natural light can help to reset my brain. Even a short little walk helps me to feel like life isn't just happening on a screen. If you can relate to that, so get outside and even if it's just for 10 minutes, like I said, but longer than 10 minutes is often better. There's a cumulative effect to being outside. Um, so that's the first thing. The second thing is journaling, but without any pressure or anything like that. Just being honest with how I'm feeling, just with a nice pen and a notebook, nothing electronic or anything like that, nothing digital. So real pen and paper, um, and I don't journal every day. I'm not saying it's got to be a daily thing and you've got to robotically do it every day or anything like that. But especially when my mind feels quite cluttered and I'm feeling overwhelmed and things like that, it can help to just slow things down and just write in my journal. So just dumping my thoughts onto paper helps to clear space, and helps them to stop, potentially spiraling into what could be overwhelmed, depressing thoughts, and being anxious as well. It can just help to slow down my breathing, and I'm just nicely writing. So journaling, but without pressure, without any pressure or anything like that. Not daily, not necessarily daily. You can do it daily if you want, but don't feel like you need to do it. So try that. That helps me. So that's the second one. The third one is to really be mindful and self-aware if I'm doom scrolling. So if I can be outside, taking in nature and listening to the birds tweeting and enjoying especially the lovely weather we're having at the moment, as at the time of creating this video. But if I'm out there with my phone and I'm then starting to doom scroll, and I usually just catch myself if I'm aware I'm doing it, because I could go into autopilot and just be there a while. Because that can be mentally draining when you're going for the short-term gratification, getting the dopamine, it's some things like that that can be quite draining, and it doesn't do the restorative thing. So it's the connection that matters, to doing something other than work. And if you're kind of coming off work, if you're stopping working for the day, and then you're on a digital device, just kind of scrolling and looking for things fire those synapses and all that kind of thing, then it's often not it's not purposeful really. It's often just like it can be a bit chaotic really. So yeah, it's good to communicate. So go onto the phone to do what you need to do and all that kind of thing, but then come off it and then possibly airplane mode or something like that, or just switch off your phone. I know when we've been on uh, holiday or vacation with my partner has put the my phone in the safe, in the in the room, and then I've been able to like switch off in that kind of way, really. And then it helps if you've got some resilience as well. I'm a business owner. It helps if you're a business owner to have some kind of possibly assistant or something who can take some of the load off you as well. So you're not on the front line in the business a lot of the time. So yeah, and because non scrolling non-stop kind of made me feel worse about the world. You kind of comparing yourself with others and all that kind of thing. And so I started to set myself at limits, and swapping that phone time for something which is more purposeful. So like reading a book or listening to a podcast, and then my mood and my energy level start to change a lot from doing that. So that's tip number three, limiting doom scrolling. Tip number four is just reaching out to somebody, spending time with people. Um, we are human beings are meant to, be social creatures, and that connection does matter with people. So it's checking in with family, friends, um, making sure that you're communicating with people and that kind of thing, because we all struggle sometimes. So there's a problem shared is a problem halved as well. So just make sure that you're not running empty, or you're getting close to that on the old emotional um, bank account and all that kind of thing, where you're starting to burn the candle on both ends and stuff like that. Um, and yeah, so another so that's number four. So that's speaking to people, and even if it's just a quick text or WhatsApp or something like that, or phone call, you can or it could be a social media message, but just making sure you're in contact with people can really help. Um, so next one is if you're feeling overwhelmed, let's say you've woken up, and so when I wake up, I feel if I feel any depressing thoughts, anything like that, then it's getting one thing done just to disprove that kind of negativity and kind of turn it around into a positive. So it could be wash the pots. It could be something as simple as brush your teeth and floss. It could be do some press ups. It could be go for that walk for 20 minutes or half an hour, or even just 10 minutes. Just something just to take action, basically. So it could be you've got a to-do list for that day. You cross something off the to-do list, basically. You get some kind of win, and then what happens is the wins start stacking up. So it could just be organizing your room, organizing the drawer, just starting with something really small. Just if whenever I feel really stuck, I look around at what I can control. I'll start maybe sweeping up or something like that, just to control what I can control. Because if something bad has happened as well, you can still control your reaction to that. So you can still control what you can control. You can't control everything, but you can control what the things that you're in control of. So yeah, just remind yourself that you're still in control of your day, even if it's just a little bit of control that you've got. Pick something small that you can complete quickly, and then you've got some low-hanging fruit there where you can get a quick win early on, and that can really help you to get out of that funk. So try that. So that's number five. Do one thing that's productive, however small it is. Number six is Breathing, stretching, moving about, meditating, even if it's just for a couple of minutes, even if you can just get 2 minutes in without getting distracted and then ending up like doom scrolling or doing something like that. So focusing on something and actually getting it done. So it could be feeling overwhelmed. So I'll do some breathing exercises and then it slows down the breathing because in day-to-day life we when we've got loads of inputs coming in. We can often I know breathing is a subconscious thing and it happens automatically, but we can breathe quite shallowly, where we're not taking in deeper breaths and things like that. And uh, so yeah, oxygen is one of the most important things that we've got in this world. So actually breathing and then stretching, meditating, gratitudes, anything like that. Uh, so those can all help. So doing a bit of light stretching, sitting quietly, just being mindful, just listening. I like to sit outside and just listen to the birds in the trees and stuff like that. We've got some nice woodland at the back of the home here. So, but yeah, it's a bit like five, which is do one productive thing, however small. So don't think it's all or nothing. Like you need to have one big full yoga or Pilates session. Um, just it could just be breathing intentionally for 60 seconds. Just stopping going outside, breathing intentionally for 60 seconds, just help you to become more grounded and reset. So just help you to get grounded really. You might think it's not going to have an effect, but once you do it, just try it. It Yeah, it might even be underrated. People might think, "Oh, I don't need to do that. I'm fine. Why do you need to do that stuff?" and all that kind of thing. But don't listen to them. I know it might be underrated, but it's very, very powerful, and these techniques really do work. So that's number six: breathing, stretching, meditating, gratitude, anything like that. Whatever works for you. You don't have to do all these things. You might be watching people on YouTube saying every day my morning routine is 3 hours and I do this, 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 and this. But that can be overwhelming. I'm not saying don't do 3 hours of this because if you do, then there's even there can be even greater effect. But I don't want to overwhelm you with you've got to do this, this, and this order because everybody's different and it's horses for courses with these kind of things. Right, number seven is I just I just remind myself that growth isn't always visible. When a plant's growing, you looked at it yesterday, you looked at it today, you might not be able to notice the growth, but there's kind of like this slight edge. There's a book called The Slight Edge as well, where everything you do each day, every decision you make does matter, and you won't notice it straight away, but there's a cumulative effect to it, there's a compound effect to it. So I always remind myself of that. If you ever watch a lapse of a plant growing, actually, you'll see what I mean. It doesn't happen overnight. Um, it can be easy to feel like you're not moving forward, um, but not every season is for blooming. So some are for rooting, and that's absolutely okay. So if you're ever in doubt, just watch a time lapse of a plant growing, watch a time lapse of a sunrise. You'll see that. You might not notice it. They said that a watched pot never boils. So just put the inputs in. And the thing about energy, it can't be created or destroyed. So when you put the inputs into something, you're bound to get the outputs. You're bound to get the outputs. So just rest assured with that. So I hope this video has helped some people out there. If you're watching this and you needed this, I'm really glad. If it helped you, drop me a comment in, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you next time.